Hi everybody, welcome back to Lively Language. My name is Emily and today I'm going to give you some of my favorite no prep games. We all know as teachers that lesson planning is really important, but let's be real, sometimes you just don't have the time and energy to create elaborate lesson plans. So if you ever find yourself in a pinch, then these games are for you. They don't require very much material and they're very easily adapted to lots of different levels. So without further ado, here are my favorite games on the go. Alright, so my first game is Trainwreck. Trainwreck is really fun and really crazy. It's a great game to use with middle and high schoolers. It's a great way to get to know your students at the beginning of the year, or also if they're just really tired and not in a very good mood and they've made it clear that they don't really want to learn English that day, well then this game is perfect. What you're going to do is have all the students sitting in a circle except for one person. They're going to be in the middle and they have to say something that is true about themselves. For example, I have been to New York. Here you can require them to say some kind of grammatical structure, or it can just be something that's true about them. So the person says, I've been to New York, and everybody else who it is also true for, everyone else who's been to New York, has to stand up and find a different chair. This is where the game gets really crazy because you cannot just sit in the chair that's right next to you. You have to actually stand up, cross the room, and find a different chair. This game is really fun and it can get really crazy. Another part of the game, the reason it's called Trainwreck, is if somebody can't think of anything to say, then they can just yell out Trainwreck and everybody has to find a different chair and it's really fun. My second game is Bingo. Bingo is simple, easy, and effective. It's a great way to review vocabulary or to also present vocabulary. Each student is going to have a piece of paper and on a grid they're going to draw about 10 to 15 boxes. As you review the vocabulary, the students are going to write the word in a different spot on their paper, so essentially every student has a different bingo card. And then it's just played like bingo. You call out the different words and definitions, and whoever has it covers it up, and the first person to create a horizontal or vertical line wins. Alright, my third game is Treasure Map. Treasure Map is a great game to play with upper elementary students. What you're going to do is have 9 different flashcards on the floor. I like to use flashcards, or sometimes I'll use really difficult words for conjugations. I like to also put them in page protectors because you're going to be stepping on them, but you're going to put them on the floor in a grid, and all of the students are going to be on one side and you will be on the other. I also like to put a little banner that says treasure on the side that I'm standing on to make it clear that what they're trying to do is get to the treasure on the other side. So basically this game is played like a secret pathway game. The students have to step on a word, say the correct word, and it may or may not be a part of a secret pathway that you have written on a little sticky note. So for example, the first student comes up, steps on a word and says, grapes. If that word is part of your secret pathway that you've already drawn, then you get to say ding ding ding, or yes, that's correct. And they get to try to step on a new word and see if that's part of the pathway. If it's incorrect, then you say and they have to go to the back of the line and the next person comes up. This game is really great because all of the students have to really be paying attention or else they won't know the pathway. And what I also like to do is let the first person who crossed then become the teacher and draw the secret pathway and tell their classmates yes or no for the next game. Alright, I have saved the best for last. This last game is called Guns, Bombs, and Angels. I know it sounds really intense, and it is really intense. I just love this game. It's one of my all-time favorite games. If you want to change the words to make them a little bit more appropriate, then you can definitely do that. But I've actually found for my middle and high school students that having the intensity of getting a gun or a bomb is actually like really fun for them. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to draw about 15 to 20 boxes on the board and number them. The premise is that inside each box, there's either going to be a gun, a bomb, or an angel. An angel means that you gain a life. Congratulations to your team. A bomb means you lose a life, sorry. And a gun means you get to take a life from a different team. So team 1 gets to pick a box. Let's say box number 5. You say very well, okay. You give them a question. Here you can adapt it to any type of material that you're working with. You give them a question. They have a minute to deliberate and they have to come up with their final answer. If it's correct, you say, congratulations, it's correct. Let's see what's inside that box. Now you beforehand, 5 minutes before the game, have quickly written down on a piece of paper, very quickly, just GBA, Gun Bomb Angel, for all the different boxes. I just put bomb, angel, gun. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes I throw in double angels or double bombs, which is really crazy and also really fun. But basically you set that sticky note aside, and then when the students call on that number, you pick up your sticky note and you say, it's an angel, congratulations, and you give them a point, or it could be a bomb, sorry, and you erase the point. And then it just goes on like this. I also let the students, if they get it incorrect, then it will bounce to the next team. And I found that the students really love this game. It's very engaging and it gets them all really excited and really engaged in learning English. So it's a really fun game. So those are my top 4 favorite no prep games. I hope you enjoyed them. And if you do use them in your classes, please comment below and let me know. And I will see you next time.